Alright guys, welcome to kind of a 2024 year-end recap that I'm going to be doing here. I'm just going to be going over my best tricks of the year, kind of talk about the year for my Kendama play in general, and then talk about some trick goals for 2025. So we're going to go through my Instagram page here, just touch on a couple of my favorite tricks from the year. We'll start back at the beginning of the year. Let's start it off with this clip from February 19th. This is a inward lunar clip, I believe, like a 1-2-3 Ken flip trick. So 1-2-3 Ken. Now, this trick might not look tough right off the bat, but that straight drop after the triple Ken, straight backflip throw back to inward lunar was super tough. Really proud of this trick, really happy with how it came out, with how clean especially it came out. And yeah, hyped on that one. I did a lot of kind of like 1-2-3 Ken flip tricks this year. This is probably my favorite. Again, just that straight backflip throw into the inward lunar. Really like how that one looks. Of course, I hit 7 tap earlier in the year, February of 2024. This was a huge milestone. You guys saw my grind for this. I did a whole video documenting the grind for it. And yeah, this was super hype. I mean, it was probably one of the most hype tricks of the year for me. Like the happiest I was right after I landed it, because this was such a long grind. It felt impossible for a little bit, so I was just super happy to finally cross this one off the list. And I think that's the biggest thing in general with this year is my progression with taps. Like, looking back, that I hit my first 7 tap in February, and that was like a really hard grind. And now I can do 8 kind of consistently is just kind of crazy to think. So yeah, there's a couple clips there. We got kind of an underrated clip here that I'm still really hyped on is this candle handle juggle candle handle. Super techy. This actually wasn't that long of a grind, but it just took a lot of focus. So I'm happy with that trick, definitely. What are some other ones here? Here's my first 8 tap, which I was super hyped on. There you go. 8 tap, very clean. I feel like even now my 8 taps don't usually look that clean. And yeah, this came pretty quick after the 7, only February, March, April, 2 months. 2 months after the 7, which I was pretty happy about. Let's see, what is this one? I think this one's a big one too. 5-4-3-2-1 tap, which I was not expecting to get in this sesh at all. It came pretty quick, so that was super hyped on that. I think I got the 8 tap like only a day after this or something. Yeah, literally a day after. So these 2 days, really huge for my tap progression. This one was kind of a dream trick for me that I was super hyped on. 1-2-3 inward stilt backflip. This had been a grind for probably 5 or 6 months, kind of on and off, of course. But yeah, this was super hype. I think it was that Ken, actually, that setup that helped me unlock it, because I was trying it on the analog gnome. You guys know the gnome setup I have that's super honed for stalls, but I think I needed a Ken that was a little bit heavier to help those backflips kind of lock in, and this Ken definitely did that with the purple heart wood in there. So yeah, I was super hyped on this, still super hyped on it. We got another trick here that I never thought would be possible or that I would be able to land. But this is kind of, again, showing the power of Kendamonomics. I mean, it just makes you try tricks that you never would have tried otherwise, you know? So this is triple inward stilt tray. Again, on that purple heart Ken, this thing helped me unlock a bunch of stilt tricks. Super sick, dude. And this was actually not as tough as this one came pretty quick. Like, it wasn't a super long grind. This was a lot quicker than the triple stilt tray, which I also landed this year. I didn't show it, but also landed that. But this one was surprisingly a lot quicker. So super hyped on that one. We got 4-4-4-4 tap, which this is ever in the summer is really when I started really starting to progress at taps. Just getting a lot more consistent, like, especially with the Deadbolt X2. This is when I first got my first Deadbolt X, and that just helped unlock so many things, especially with taps. This one, dude, I can't believe I landed this trick as quick as I did. I was like, one day I was just session the DBX, and I was like, you know, dub stilt trays are feeling kind of honed right now. I'm hitting them kind of consistently. So I just thought, hey, why not? Let's go for dub stilt tray right there, over the valley to inward stilt, dub inward stilt tray. And it clicked like so quick. I think this was probably like a 10-minute film session. Like it just happened. It was so crazy. I mean, the bev, dude, the bevels on the DBX is insane. It's so big, and those stilts just lock in like crazy. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that one too. That was surprisingly a tough grind. Inward stilt, trip Ken, inward stilt, backflip throw, back to inward stilt. Oh, let's show this one real quick. I just like how this trick looks. I don't really do tap Ken lines, like just a tap and then a Ken flip straight to spike, so I was hyped on this one. 5 tap, jug, 5 late Ken straight to spike. Super sick. And then I think, when was this? July 4th. And then just 5 days later, like I said, guys, the backyard sessions in the summer, just seshing taps like crazy, did a lot for my tap progression. And this is another case of that. 5 tap jug, late 5 Ken, jug, 5 tap jug spike, dude. A little bit sketchy. At the end, I kind of had to save it, but man, I was still super hyped on this. Oh, I still can't believe I landed that. I'm really happy with this post. I sucked at Ken late lates for a while, and they just kind of started to click one day. So I did a bunch of different Ken late late tricks. I mean, we'll watch one of them. I did bird, Ken late late, bird. Super sick. Oh, I won't watch all of them, but around Ken late late, which I was super hyped on. Just happy with my progression with those in general. And then you can kind of see that progressing further here with a 3 tap, jug, Ken late late, jug, 3 tap. This trick was such a hard grind. Such a hard grind. I mean, Ken late lates are tough, but you can get pretty consistent at them when it's the pull up. But if you're doing it in between 2 juggles, like a true Ken late late, I guess it would actually be like a true late late late, because anything between a juggle is like a late Ken flip, When you're doing that, it's just makes it 1,000 times harder. So I'm super hyped on this one. And of course, probably my favorite trick of the year, a dream trick that I never thought I would land. You guys probably saw this coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stilt flip. Surprisingly, I've seen a lot of people hit this year. Like Luke Dama hit it. Slay Tio, shout out to Mateo. I don't know if you guys know him, but he hit it as well. Yeah, I can't believe that I landed this. Like, it's actually so insane to me. I'm still kind of in shock. Like, man, it's that DBX, man. It's that bevel. That bevel's insane. Dude, it's so hype. And then, of course, after this, I landed 6 stilt flip, which, again, if you told me I would land 6 stilt flip, like, even just, like, 2 years ago, I would have called you crazy. But here we are in 2024 with, well, I guess 2025 now, with huge bevels and huge cups and just huge everything. Makes so many things possible. This is a contender for my favorite trick, my own favorite trick of my year. What am I saying? My favorite trick of the year for me, okay? So this is stilt, quad stilt flip. This was such a tough grind. Quad tap, straight to stilt, and then quad stilt flip. 4, 4, 4. So tough. I mean, I'm pretty consistent at 4s now, so that's maybe not the hardest part of this trick, but that 4 tap straight back to stilt in between those is really what makes this hard for me. And just kind of switching your mindset from stilt flips to taps in the middle of that line is kind of difficult. So, yeah, nice consistency here. Really, really sick line that I'm really proud of. What should we talk about next? I mean, 8 tap jug bird. This feels like a good tap progression trick. And then I think there's a 6-3-6 in here as well. So yeah, I was getting really good at taps throughout like summer and July and August, but then in September is when the 8s really started getting consistent. So there's 6, jug late 3 Ken, jug 6, which I hit that pretty quick. I was surprised by some stunt fast tricks here, which I got to cover this post because I'm really happy. I think that's probably what I'm happiest about this year is my progression with stunt fasts. I mean, I started the year not being able to do them at all. Like, I'd hit single and I'd hit double, of course, but I wasn't consistent at doubles. Wasn't even really that consistent at singles. And now I'm at a point where I'm consistent at threes. I'm semi-consistent at fours. And you'll see in this post, like, 4 toss, 4-turn stunt fast. Never thought I would hit a trick like that. And then this, toss 5. Crazy for me. Unbelievable. Like, again, the floodgates just kind of open with this trick. Like, once you get consistent at threes, the rest of them just kind of come, you know? 3 taps straight, 3-turn stunt fast, and then 5 stunt fast. And of course, a lot of this is owed to Kendamonomics just making me actually go out there and try these tricks, you know? Because if I don't, I'm not top 3, baby, and I need to be top 3. Here's some more stunt fast tricks that I'm really hyped on. 6-tap straight trip throw stunt fast. And then I actually hit a harder version of this on my story. I didn't post it because it was kind of out of frame. But I hit trip Ken, jug, trip Ken, straight toss, trip stunt fast instead of having the jug in between. But nonetheless, really hyped on my progression with like ending tricks with stunt fast. This is another one of my favorites of the year. 1, 2, 3 stilt barrel. Shout out to Mikey here for this nice comment too. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, another nomics trick that, like, who's landing this outside of having to do it for nomics, you know? I mean, again, I just keep coming back to those huge bevels. You can really see it in this clip. Look at how big that thing is. It just makes these tricks stick. This was this? Yeah, this was a tough grind. It definitely was. And I got it, like, I had to leave for work, like, as I was filming this, and I got it, like, right before I had to leave. I was, like, it was coming down to the wire, you know, so I was super hyped to get this. Not as, like, the barrels aren't as, like, straight up and down as you'd like them to be, but I somehow clutched it. I don't know. It somehow smacked. Really cool trick here, inspired by Zach Gallagher. Put a dare on his story, and I just thought I would go for it. Nice trip Ken line, trip throw back to stilt. Super sick. Love that one. And then this is, again, love. I was, again, super happy with my progression with Ken lates. And this is a one-up of that. Ken late jug 4-tap. Again, a trick I never thought I would hit. This trick was such a tough grind. The lates were feeling tight one day, so I just decided to go for it, see if I could squeeze an extra Ken in there, and I was able to do it. Nice 4 line. Had to scoop that spike, too. I think a goal for 2025 is to get way more consistent at these, to the point where, like, one trick that I want to hit is 6-tap jug, Ken late jug 6-tap. And I just need to get those Ken lates even tighter. Like, they're pretty tight right now, but if you see the best players, especially when it comes to taps and flips, they have those lates so tight that they just look so easy for them. So that's definitely a goal for 2025. Nice cloud bounce trick here that I'm pretty hyped on. Just at the end of the year here, I've started messing with cloud bounces a little bit and actually getting pretty consistent at them, so I'm hyped on that. Another trick that isn't in here, but that I'm really hyped on, is airplane cloud straight to stunt fast, which was a nomics trick that I was pretty hyped on. And then we'll just end it off with the last clip of the year. So 4-tap, jug 4 Ken, jug 4-tap, jug 4 Ken, jug 4-tap, jug spike. Okay, so this is a good marker of my progression, actually. So that's a 4-4-4. Was it a 5-4s? Yeah, I think it was 4-4-4, 4-4. If you go back earlier in the year, I think I hit the same trick but with threes, and I think it's in this post here. So here it is. Yeah, same trick, trip tap, jug trip Ken, jug trip tap, jug trip Ken, jug trip tap, jug spike. So that's a 3x5, and then, you know, kind of almost exactly a year later, a bit less than a year, I hit the 4x5. So that just kind of goes to show the progression with the taps again, which I'm super happy about. And then after that, I hit 4-4-4 jug wing, which is one I've wanted to hit for a while. I've gotten super close. Back in the summer, I got super close, but decided to hit it here. Here's a 4-tap jug wing. I kind of strayed away from wings this year. I didn't do as many as I was doing in 2023, but maybe I'll get back on that in 2025. So yeah, those are some of my best tricks of the year. Overall, very happy with my progression this year. I think this is probably the most I've progressed. It definitely is the most I've progressed out of any year that I've played Kendama. Really happy with my progression with taps, stunt fasts, clouds towards the end of the year. Even goon circles. I mean, I didn't have many tricks in here that showed that, but I got a lot better at goon pinches. And just kind of that new school goon tech in general. That's something I want to get even better at in 2025. I want to start learning like re-goons and start learning like butterfly pinches and just kind of more of the techie pinch stuff that you see Zachy and Brent Duffy and Jack Gillian doing. Just continue to get better at taps. I want to hit 10 tap in 2025. That's a concrete goal that I can say that I can put out there. I need to hit 10 tap. I think I'll probably be able to if I just keep grinding. I want to, again, like I said, get better at those Ken lates, get those tighter, just late Kens in general. Continue to hit stilt levels ups. I mean, it's going to be hard because, I mean, I feel like I've hit pretty solid stilt tricks already, but maybe like a 1-2-3 stilt tray. I think that could be maybe something that I hit. It's definitely doable. There's a couple stunt fast tricks that I didn't hit this year that I wanted to. 6 stunt fast is one of them. I was getting really close one day, but I just got to go out there and grind that one. So 6 stunt fast is something I need to hit. Maybe toss 6. And yeah, just continue to play Kendama more than ever. I mean, I'm going to battle at the end of January, so I'm going to continue practicing for that. And hopefully do decent there. We'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for trick goals in 2025. Ooh, one thing I need to hit is 4 Ken pull up, 4 Ken juggle, late 4 Ken spike. Because I do the 3 version of that all the time, but I haven't even really tried the 4 version yet, so that's another one that I need to hit in 2025. That's kind of a year-end recap for 2024. It's been a great year, and I'm excited for 2025, especially on this channel as well. There's going to be lots of great content coming out, so stay tuned for it. And yeah, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.